founded Storyboard Media with the goal of changing today's landscape of sucky social media.
Wow. I have to thank you, Will, for that wonderful, heartfelt introduction that we did not write. He wrote it. We didn't write it. Your words, thank you very much. He is Justin Plant.
And this is Ben Oliver.
And
we are Storyboard Media.
Okay, it's going to be a fun 5 minutes. So, as you can see up behind us, we specialize in corporate video that doesn't suck. Now, the implication there, of course, is that most corporate video sucks. We've all seen it. Some of you are probably guilty of making some. We're guilty of making some in our past. But one of the elements that we use when we're trying to make corporate videos that don't suck is the element of story. And we try to bring story to our products to engage our audiences, to make it interesting. We've got such short attention spans, got to get to the audience. So instead of standing here and telling you all about how story works and all that, we thought we'd go through some of our past projects and show you how what at first may seem like, I don't know, kind of a hard sell, we apply story and can make it something engaging.
Oh, you probably want this.
We don't need it, we got a guy in the back.
Yeah, guys.
Doing that. Thank you.
First client is Granville Towers. Are you guys familiar? It's a off-campus, or it's an on-campus dorm at UNC, and they are the place to be. And first they came to us and said, we'd love for you to make us a video. Here's the list of amenities we want you to show. And immediately Ben and I started shaking our heads saying how boring this is going to be.
Not fun.
And so here's what we did.
I love living at Granville Towers. I can go for my run, even if the weather sucks. Breakfast is always good and quick. I have awesome suitemates and can get quiet time when I need it. Franklin Street is so close.
So the first thing we considered when we were creating this video, and any video we do, is the audience. Who are we talking to? And our first audience and primary audience is a student, those rising sophomores who may live there next year. And somebody's hissing at us. But we also realized that there was a secondary audience, which was their parents. And so we needed to do something that would make both of them feel comfortable and excited about having their child or them living there.
And we really wanted the upcoming freshmen, sophomores, whatever, to feel like they wanted to either be our main character, Gracie, one of her friends, or that guy down the hall who just had a huge crush on her.
Let's take a look at the next one.
So Totes My Goat. For those of you who aren't familiar, Totes My Goat is an app that was developed here at the Frontier that does this. For those of you in the back who can't see, that's an animated goat that when you touch the screen, it just bleats. And that's all it does. So where's the story there, right? Well, let's take a look.
What's going on here, people? Our numbers are in the toilet and it's shaping up to be a bad quarter. We can't turn things around. Let's elevate our energy.
What? Listen, you got it all wrong.
So clearly the key to that was a real goat, which we actually brought here. That was Maddie. And the characters that we put around her, put it in actual somebody's everyday. Because the point of this app is to just bring entertainment and levity to those moments where it's just kind of your everyday mundane kind of stuff. So what better way to do that than to actually think that the app summons a goat. And by the way, that guy's sitting right over there.
Unfortunately, Maddie could not make it tonight. She's a little more popular, social calendar. Yeah.
His words. Let's take a look at the last one.
One of our finest customers, VH3. It's such a pleasure to work with them because it's more of a partnership than anything. They came to us knowing that story was the most important thing. And that's a fantastic thing to hear when you're talking to storytellers.
Yeah, and so for this particular project, we wanted to sell some fine, imported, handcrafted Italian tableware that had Santa Claus on it. And we wanted to sell Christmas. And the trick is, we only had 15 seconds to do it. So you don't need scenes, you don't need a whole lot of characters. Let's see what we did in 15 seconds.
That's still one of our favorite videos to this day.
No, they already
You're
clapped.
welcome. There's not a whole lot of, you don't attach to a character in this story. The interesting thing about this one is you're probably already doing it yourselves. You fill in those blanks. You have memories of either Santa Claus or a crackling fire or the night before Christmas and you putting cookies out. And we, just like a comic book where there's one frame and the next frame, it's up to you guys to fill in that story. And so that's a very powerful tool, and we utilize that in this piece here.
So that's some of our work, how we bring story into it. If you'd like, you can see the rest of these videos on our website, storyboardmedia.co. Follow us on Twitter, where we're pretty active, and if you dare, you can follow us on Instagram. We currently have one picture on Instagram. I found out today we don't even have a profile image, but maybe this will be the moment where we start doing something on Instagram. Thank you.